Hello again, welcome back. A few days ago I did a little video on saving seeds from Tahitian squash, I think it was. So just wanted to show you a few other things that I've saved off my plot, and in the background there you can see those are my onions. These are Red Baron and these are Sturon. So it's quite cool in this workshop here, and of course those are spaghetti squash. That's a Tahitian. I've got quite a lot more to bring up yet from the plot. And these are an Italian one, Dichoggia. Haven't tried these yet, really looking forward to trying this. Anyhow, so those were some of them anyway. I'm going to be saving more of the Tahitian squash. And these are some spaghetti squash, got a whole bunch in there. Again, probably get some more. And in here I've got some, if I can get the lid off, these are Monge 2. I forget the variety now, but they're just stuff that I've saved myself. So I've got a lot there because we like Monge 2. And these are dwarf French beans. Again, sorry I can't tell you the variety just off the top of my head, but I've been saving them for about 3 years now, and they grow fine every time, no problem. So, and then really the only other thing that I've saved is seed potatoes. And Tony from UK Here We Grow was commenting on this about how he saves his, and that was a tip off him actually, to put well, I think he used a towel or something, or can't remember now, but to cover them over, because you can see they are actually chitting, and it's only mid-November. So, but I've got just three varieties really that tend to do well on the plot. I tend to stick with what grow well for me, so I've got Nicola, Picasso, and these are Rocket. So that's my seed potatoes, because I think Tony was mentioning, because of the drought, it's possible that there may be a shortage of seed potatoes. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that I've got my own supply anyhow. Now the other interesting thing about seed potatoes, and why actually I brought them up here, that's my food dehydrator by the way, is because usually when I've left them in the shed on the plot, the mice had been eating them. So I'll just put these back. So I got myself a couple of mouse traps on offer. I was in a store this morning and got them half price. So it's not actually, I don't have mice in here, that's not the problem, but I'll show you my other shed where I've got some apples stored, and I'm just a bit concerned that the mice could get in there and start chewing on my apples. So I'm going to bring you back in a second and we'll just look at setting some of these traps, and I'll put them in the shed. The other thing while I'm here, there was an offer on recently, half price seeds, and so one of the plans for next year is to start an asparagus bed. Now I know you can buy crowns, but I thought, well, I'll just have a go from seed. And also this one here will be interesting. This is broccoli F1 Monclano, and what attracted me to it, resistant to clubroot disease. Now I know many people have clubroot. It's just something that I inherited when I got the plot. There's not a lot really you can do about it. You can put lots of lime on and things like that, which kind of slows it down, but it doesn't eradicate it. And it can persist for years in the soil. So really, if you do have, one of the solutions is to try and grow plants obviously that have resistance. About actually more, it could be 7 or 8 years ago, I came across a broccoli. I forget what it could have been that one, I'm not sure actually. Anyhow, and I bought it that year and it worked absolutely fine, did exactly what it said in the tin, and then the following year it disappeared off the shelves. I never knew why. Maybe it was a patent issue or something, I don't know. So I was really pleased when I saw this. So that'll be something I'll be growing next year. And also these, never tried these, but I've seen loads of people grow them. There's a brune shallot. And again, really like the look of those. I think Dan Allotment Diary always grows them, and they store really great. So we're going to give those a go as well. So I just wanted to show you that. Right, let's get on and set these traps. So I'll bring you back. Right, okay. Now on the instructions it mentioned about using chocolate spread or peanut butter. Well, I didn't have any peanut butter, so we've used this kind of Nutella sort of thing. So we just put a little blob, if you can see that, in the chamber there, and then to set it, they're really easy to set these. You just pull this back, if you can do this holding the camera, and there's a little thing there. That's it. So what I'm going to do, they've got to go in the shed down there, so I'll put the camera down a second, we'll get them down there and I'll show you where I'm going to put them, alright? Right, there's that. I need a bigger shed. Help, I need a bigger shed. Anyway, these are some of the apples. I've got some more under here, under this sack. These are the one of my favourites, Ashmead's Kernel. They're an absolutely wonderful apple. I like it with blue cheese. Amazing. And I've got one or two Egremont russets left. And then underneath here we've got mostly cookers. Which size is that one? It's just starting to go, so actually I'll cook that off today. Make some stewed apple. Not quite sure whether that's variety jumbo or is it Peas Good non-such, but each one does produce very large apples, sometimes weighing over a pound each, and I think there's an odd, those are eaters. I can't just think what variety that is off the top of my head now. I think it might be Fiesta, or now called Red Pippin. I've got an idea it could be. And that's variety Crispin, which originated in Japan, I believe, in around 1930s or somewhere like that. And it's the first year that tree's actually cropped for me. It's a very juicy apple, very nice actually. So yeah, but the idea is then that I do want to protect them. You can see I haven't really sort of taken any great care. I've just thrown them in a bit of a tray, but I do keep checking them every now and again. And as you say, anything like this, you know, you want to remove those. Don't let them don't let that spread to the other ones. Yeah. So we'll cover those back over, just to give them. I believe it's going to go colder next week, so just to give them a bit of protection from frost. So now where we at? I've set one. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? There's a trap there, just behind the door, and then the other one is just down here. There we go. So we'll see what happens. But I know it's a bit trial and error, but I do want to do something to protect the fruit. I mean, you know, you put effort and time into growing it and everything, and you know, I just want to give them a bit of protection really. So I'm going to stew that one off. I'm going to cook that off. And the other thing, you can see up there, I've just got out of the shed here my leaf vacuum blower thing, because I've got a big magnolia tree at the front, and all those leaves are a resource, so I'm going to hoover them all up, and that blower actually has a little blade inside. It kind of shreds them up as you're vacuuming them up, which obviously means then they'll break down a bit quicker. So I'll show you the stuff once I've vacuumed it up. you can see what it looks like in terms of leaf mould. Right, I'll bring you back in due course. Alright, so just before we start I'll show you that's the tree. That's our magnolia tree at the front here. And it's a lovely tree actually. But you can see it's quite a lot of leaves. I've had about 6 bin liner fulls already. And there's still a lot of leaves to come off. You can see them all over there. So yeah, to me that's a valuable resource for leaf mould. So anyway, I'm going to get on and hoover them up, and I'll show you the stuff when I've done. I'll bring you back. Well, it makes quite a nice job. So, as I said, what I'm going to do is get that lot, there'll be a good bin bag full there, and get cleaned up and take that down to the plot. I have like a sort of dog cage, and all I'll do is prick the bag with a fork just to let some air in, chuck it in the cage and leave it for a couple of years. Then we'll have some lovely leaf mould. Incidentally, while I was hoovering up, look at this. I think they're snowdrops, you know, 2 months too early. It's ridiculous. It's so mild. I think we've got about 15 degrees here at the moment, and you just worry, don't you, if we end, because we are getting cooler temperatures next week, but if we start getting frost and snow, is it going to knacker them up? I don't know. Time will tell. I've just seen some wasps flying around as well, still flying about. So anyhow, well, that's pretty much it for now. I was going to ask you guys how you deal with your pests. Then I reflected on that and I thought maybe I might get some answers like, well, my pest is up 6 foot under the patio or something and will never be found. So yeah, I kind of reflected and thought, well, maybe I better be more specific. So the question is, how do you, if you have a problem with mice, rodents, whatever, so what are your rodent control strategies? Yeah, I've made it more specific. What are your rodent control strategies? So I'll be really interested to see what you do, so please leave your comments down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do also hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell if you want regular updates. Feel free to share, and see you next one. Bye for now.